Hi, this is Jules Mitchell here from Big Happiness, and today it is Tuesday, which means it is video number 2 from me in the run up to the launch of the Boost program on Sunday. And as I've said yesterday on day 1 of the videos, it's about starting to have a positive intention and then positive attention to that each and every day. So the day is Tuesday. So the focus for today is Talent Tuesday. And this will be the same for every Tuesday from now on, just like every Monday will be Mad Make a Difference Monday. So before we move on to Talent Tuesday, I would love to find out who did their little possibility pebbles, their happy pebbles. Did anyone find any pebbles to paint or to put felt tips on? I actually collected some bigger pebbles on a walk last night. So I'll post some of those on my page, on Jules Mitchell page, and maybe on Big Happiness as well, so you can see what I got up to. So today's focus is Talent Tuesday. Now, the reason I've chosen Talent Tuesday is because on a daily basis, I support people who are struggling with anxiety, with depression, low self-awareness. And I don't think that's the word I want to use actually. It's low self-worth, low self-esteem. And we talk about pandemics. That's a pandemic in itself. There is a pandemic of people not feeling that they are good enough. They are not pretty enough, they're not smart enough, they're not tall enough, they're not short enough, they're just not enough. And if there's one thing I can say to every one of you out there who might be watching this, is that you are so enough. You do not need to be good at anything to be worthy of love and support from others. So take that from me as a message today. So that's why I chose Tuesday as Talent Tuesday, because I want everyone to start understanding, accepting, and acknowledging their worth. So there's a term I love to use called own your awesome. It is time you owned your awesome. And you can be awesome at so many different things. When I'm teaching in schools and talking to children, I talk about us all being geniuses, and I can talk to adults as well, just the same. Yeah, we are all geniuses. We have amazing bodies, amazing brains, amazing nervous systems who work on your behalf all the time without you even lifting a finger, without doing anything at all. So as a human being, we are geniuses before we need to do anything at all. But what I want you to do is I want you to start really sort of digging in deep and identifying what it is that you are good at, what it is that you love to do, perhaps that you used to do that you don't do anymore as a hobby or a craft or a sport. Now, it may be you can't get out there and do those things at the moment, but there's a way of accessing part of that. So today it's about you identifying what your positive traits are. So for each Talent Tuesday, we can spend more time looking at this in more depth. But this first visit to Talent Tuesday, what I want you to do is I want you to take a pen and paper, notebook, and I want you to write down your name vertically and write the initials down. So my name is Jules, so it'd be Jules, so that there's room next to each letter for you to write something. Now, what I want you to write is next to each letter, I want you to think of a word that describes you and your talent in a positive way. So to help you out, I've written mine down quickly to show you. I better put my glasses on. Okay, so this is just a little thing of mine. So there's my Jules written down really quickly, just jotted down. So for J, I've gone for joyful because that is what I aspire to be, and that is my state that I love to occupy. You, I've gone for unstoppable because, you know, that's, again, it's a sort of a passion of mine to sort of get this message out. So it is an unstoppable thing. Once I get my teeth into something, I am pretty unstoppable. My L, I've used life lover. So a lover of life in all its orchestral maneuvers, you know, in all its colours, be they dark colours, the bright colours. I just love to experience all of life. And if you come on the Boost program, you'll get to understand a lot more of what I'm talking about here, about acceptance of everything and not just trying to grasp the good and hold on to the things that you want. And then E, I've gone for empathic because I think for me, that's one of my talents. It's one of my qualities. I have a real empathy with others who have struggled, who are struggling, especially with their mental health, poor emotional health, because I've been there. I've, you know, suffered with both depression and anxiety. So there's a real empathy for me there. And then finally, my S is sunny. I hope you realise that I tend to have a sunny disposition. That's the way I like to be, and that is my natural state. And then finally, that sort of is an acronym of your name in a very positive way. And then I want you to finish this little exercise off for Talent Tuesday by deciding on your new name. Now, what I mean by that is the name that you've got. Yes, I don't mean you're not going to change your name, but what you're going to do is change your identity. If you are somebody who identifies themselves quite negatively, puts themselves down, who sort of always puts themselves at the bottom of the pile, everybody else is first, then it's time to start really identifying that you are worthy and that you are somebody who deserves good things, somebody who deserves love, somebody who deserves attention, somebody who deserves praise. So it's sometimes, it depends where you are on the self-worth level as to how difficult you'll find this little activity. If you're a young child, if you're asking your children to do this, so please do this as an activity with your children. You'll find that the younger the child, the easier they will find this activity. They will come up with lots of positive, descriptive ways of describing themselves, and they won't have any problems talking about themselves positively. The older the child, the more reserved we become, the more aware of what other people think of us, and therefore we stop expressing our true self. So I have an overall name for my identity, and that is just being Jules. And I've come to that place after many, many years, I can tell you. So I have wanted to prove myself, or to say that, you know, I am all of these alter egos when I'm doing my my keynote conferences or my coaching, or I'm delivering in blue chip companies, but I am just being Jules, and that is who I am, and I don't need to prove myself to anybody else, and I certainly now don't need to prove myself to myself. So even though today is Talent Tuesday, and we can look at this in ways of, it's today, we can practice, your talents, practice on the piano, or practice your art, or practice your cooking. Those are all talents, and those are things that we can put into Talent Tuesday. But for the very first Talent Tuesday, this is what I want you to do. I want you to go away, get a piece of paper, and come up with your new identity. Put all your letters down, and put your descriptive positive description after that, and then come up with an overall new identity that you are going to start identifying with. So quite a long video, I know, but quite an important piece that I really want you to understand. So what I will do also is probably post some pictures of past clients, examples of these positive names, and of course do it with the children and make it into a real big craft activity. You can make bookmarks out of their names. You can make something called a rainbow namebow, where you make a rainbow and you hang all the letters off it. So there's lots of creative ways of putting this together. So please share it with the children, and I look forward to hearing about how you get on with it, and I'll see you tomorrow for our day 3, video 3, and you will find out tomorrow what Wednesday is all about. So remember, Boost starts on Sunday. If you want to find out more, then I will be posting it on the Big Happiness Experiment website. I'll be posting it on my personal Facebook page, Jules Mitchell, and of course it is being posted in quite a few other areas and organisations who are sharing this nationally. So I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.